Star Wars Battlefront 2 right now has been blowing up left, right, and center. What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk about Battlefront 2, why I think it is blowing up right now, and I wanted to also share my opinion on the entire situation. So if you enjoy, drop a like, let me know down in the comments, have you played Battlefront 2 before? And what do you think about this entire scenario that is happening right now with the game? So thank you for watching, thank you for clicking on the video, and let's get into it. Without further ado, let's share the information. So for those who don't know what's going on right now, Battlefront 2 has been blowing up left, right, and center in terms of popularity, in terms of loads of people playing the game again, years and years after its release date. Whether you're on Xbox, whether you're on PlayStation or PC, there are stacked and stacked lobbies across all of the different game modes available on the game. Now, for those who don't know, obviously, one thing that has played a major part in this is people want to see Battlefront 3. Now, for those who have been living under a rock, like me, people, have been trying to make some sort of movement happen by playing Battlefront 2 like crazy and making the developers of the game realize, look, we need to make Battlefront 3 because this is where the money's at. This is the golden goose, basically. This is where we could easily, invest our time into. Now, it definitely has had some good moments so far. We have broke records on Battlefront 2. I believe it also reached the all-time highest player record on Steam, and that was set years ago when it released. I think it was in a 24-hour period or whatever the stat says. But long story short, it has broken records years after it came out, and it's absolutely incredibly mind-blowing to see a somewhat dead game, in quotation marks, come back from the dead and be absolutely revived beyond resurrection. And it's just a bunch of fun to play. I've been playing it a lot recently with my friends and family. I've even got people that have never played the game before to get the game, and they've said they are having a blast as well. So yeah, the whole Battlefront 3 thing, the movement right now is looking decent. I haven't heard anything in terms of if they're actually working on it, or if it's going to become a thing, but we can only keep pushing this payload, to say the least, and trying to make something happen at least. And I think this game, like I said, deserves the attention it's getting right now. From the incredible game modes to the awesome gunplay, even the graphics, to this day, 6, 7, 8 years, however many years later, still hold up very well. And the servers run as smooth as a nut. There's not really any problems there. With how many people are playing, you would expect there to be some sort of problem, but there isn't. And man, it's just good fun to come back onto a game that was once considered the best Star Wars game. It still is, in a lot of people opinion, considered the best Star Wars game, and I don't blame them. It's an absolute blast. Even the heroes versus villains game mode is an absolute fun fest to play as well. I've been playing that recently, having a bit of a laugh with my mates. And one thing I will say about this game, and what I've always enjoyed about it, is the scale of the battles. I've got some co-op gameplay in the background here. We were live streaming earlier today, and we are just leveling up some weapons. But after that, we went on to some Galactic Assault. We went on to Supremacy, and there was people everywhere. There's people playing the game, and I'm on Xbox, so obviously this game, unfortunately, doesn't have crossplay. I guarantee you, though, ladies and gentlemen, if it did have crossplay, it would be only another reason people would love the game so much. I feel like it would be a huge, huge win if it got introduced at some point. If not, if it ever did get introduced in the past, crossplay would only open up a bunch of different doors from people to connect on different platforms, and the lobbies would even, be even bigger in terms of servers and who's playing online all at once. One thing I did notice over the weekend whilst playing Battlefront 2 was how many people were online. Like, it doesn't matter what time I was on. It could be 1 a.m. in the morning, UK time. It could be like 2 p.m. in the afternoon. It could be 10 a.m. in the morning. It doesn't matter. People are playing the game, and I think you know, it really is amazing to see the game get the love it did so many years ago once again in 2025. I think it's well deserved. I think it's definitely a game that people have slept on. And I'm glad to see people that have never played the game as well get their hands on it and give feedback. And one thing I do enjoy about Battlefront 2 as well is how long the games are. Because, you know, there's not many games out there that, you know, have big, lengthy matches. And for example, the other day I was playing a Supremacy game mode on Tatooine, and it went on for an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours. Of one single match. And for me, I love that because it's a big game. You can get a bunch of XP, have a great time with whoever you're playing with, and overall, the game just feels so good to play right now, in my opinion, and I'm sure a lot of you would agree with me on that. Now, one thing I will say moving forward is there is no confirmation or there is no like certainty that Battlefront 3 will happen, but by doing this kind of thing, it will give the developers an idea like, wait a minute, we're probably focusing on the wrong thing here. Maybe we should have kept updating Battlefront 2. Maybe we should have made Battlefront 3. And, you know, I've always said to people with other games and other communities that have done this movement kind of thing, I know quite a few games that have had good feedback and they are now being spoken about and they have been being, you know, updated again. And, you know, I feel like this game is definitely one of them that deserves to be recognized once more. And right now, seeing a bunch of people posting videos about it online, people streaming it every single day, it popping up on my recommended page, it, you know, getting absolutely, you know, bombarded with like content of this game in 2025. I feel like a lot of people would not have expected this to happen, but I'm glad it has. And overall, if you've not played it yet, definitely give it a try, man. If you have friends that play this and they've been talking to you about it and you're like, I don't know, I don't like Star Wars, just log on and give one game a try. That is all I ask. If you don't like it, that's fine. At least you say you've tried it. But, you know, I one thing I do want to point out is whether you're a new player or whether you're a returning player, welcome back, welcome to the game. And I'm glad that people are coming back to the game and giving the game a try if they're new, because it's pretty straightforward. Like, you don't have to be the greatest of all time to understand the game and understand what's going on. The game is pretty damn good at telling you what to do, where to go, who to shoot. It's not confusing for new people. There's 4 different classes you can try out and, you know, have, you know, a bit of fun with customizing them, trying out different weapons, upgrading the cards, and trying different abilities and grenades and whatever. You know, whether you could be a new player and you've never played this game before, I envy you because it is a great bunch of fun to play, especially if you're new. And you know, there will be 1 or 2 times where you come up against I don't know, an Anakin Skywalker or Darth Maul or flipping Han Solo who knows what they're doing, and you will get killed. But that's the fun of it, you know, having a Sith Lord or a Jedi run behind you, chasing you down, whilst your teammates are trying to cover you at the same time. It's something about it just makes this game even better. And you know, to those who are new, definitely give it a try. And for those who are returning to the game, I'm glad you have came back because, you know, the game deserves the attention at the end of the day. So overall, I am so happy that Star Wars Battlefront 2 is getting love again. And I really hope it continues to get more and more interest put input into it, not just from us but from the developers. Hopefully they see what's going on here, and well, only the future will tell whether or not we will be seeing some sort of like improvement to the game again, or a update on the next game, which would be Battlefront 3. So yeah, something about this game right now feels great. And you know, it's crazy to see an older game just receive a bunch of attention, and I'm super glad that is happening because it definitely deserves it. Anyway, long story short, I hope you guys check it out if you haven't. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, give it a play, give it a try, And gaming is fun again, in my opinion. There is a lot of games that have come and gone that I've, played once or twice, and I'm just like, yeah, it's not really for me. But I forgot how much fun Battlefront 2 was back in the day, and this feels like it's just released, honestly. That's how this entire situation feels right now, with how many people are playing, how many people are enjoying, how many people are posting about it. And well, I decided to jump on the bandwagon and give my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Let me know down below, have you played Battlefront 2 before? And if you have, what do you think about this entire situation that is happening right now? Anyway, thank you for watching. Be sure to stay safe. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I really appreciate the support, guys. So if you are playing, have fun, enjoy yourselves. And if you are new to the game, just go crazy, learn what you enjoy, and just know that I envy you heavily. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, and peace.